Sometimes it's not about being hunted. Sometimes it's about being forgotten. These are stories of isolation so deep, so terrifying, that even if you screamed, nobody would come. You'll see what I mean. Story 1. The caves below Devil's Ridge. I've always been obsessed with caves. Not the big open ones with gift shops and tours. I mean real caves. The kind that take you into the earth where light dies and silence feels alive. Last summer, I joined a group of amateur spelunkers exploring a lesser-known system beneath Devil's Ridge, Colorado. It was supposed to be a weekend trip, nothing crazy. A local named Marvin offered to guide us through the initial descent. Then we'd split into smaller groups. There were 5 of us total. Me, my friend Alex, 2 geology students, and Marvin. We entered the mouth early Saturday morning. By mid-afternoon, we'd reached a vertical shaft Marvin called the Throat. You could rappel down about 60 feet, then it opened into a network of tunnels. That's where we got separated. Alex and I went left while the others checked out a chamber with crystals. We had walkie-talkies, but once we turned into our section, the signal cut out completely. Not static, just dead. The tunnel we followed narrowed, forcing us to crawl belly down. It went on for almost 15 minutes until it opened into a domed room. We rested, drank water, marked our map. That's when we saw the markings. Carved into the stone wall were symbols, circular, overlapping, and crudely etched. Dozens of them. Alex said it looked like an old language, but the more I stared at it, the more it looked like eyes, rows of them. We decided to head back, but the tunnel was gone. I'm serious. We walked in circles for half an hour and couldn't find the crawl space we came through. There were other openings, but not the right one. Then our headlamps flickered, both at the same time. And then we heard it. Scraping, from above, like someone dragging stone across stone. Then the air changed, heavier, damp, with the scent of rot. We didn't talk. We just moved, picked the widest tunnel and ran. The walls around us felt wrong, soft in places, almost like breathing. We entered another chamber. This one had bones. Animal, we hoped, but I saw a shoe, a human shoe. Alex found an old headlamp, crusted in dust. Still had initials scratched on it. T.M. Marvin had mentioned a hiker named Travis Myers who went missing years ago. That's when something screamed, not a roar, a scream, like a man falling forever. We turned and ran again, but the tunnel twisted under us. The floor dropped out and we tumbled down a slope of gravel and broken stone. I hit my head, blacked out. When I woke up, Alex was gone. Just gone. I screamed his name. No echo. No answer. Just breathing. Not mine. Not human. Shallow. Wet. Like something was crouched just out of my light. I backed away until I hit a wall. Then, I felt fingers on my neck. But when I turned, nothing. I don't know how long I wandered. Eventually, I found light. A flare, still burning, next to a red ribbon tied to a rock. It was Marvin's marker. When I crawled out of the cave entrance, it was morning, Sunday. The others were there, panicked. They never found Alex. I didn't speak on the ride back. A week later, someone emailed me an image, a photo of those cave markings. Except these ones were in a different system, hundreds of miles away. Same symbols, same rows of eyes. I never replied. I don't go underground anymore, because I don't think we were lost. I think the cave moved. Story 2. The Fog Trail of Hemlock Bay. Hemlock Bay isn't on most maps. It's a stretch of forested coastline in Washington state, hemmed in by cliffs and fog so thick it feels like a dream. I went there last spring to hike alone. I know, stupid idea, but I needed to get away from work, people, everything. The trail wasn't marked. A ranger at a gas station told me, just follow the sound of water, but if the fog rolls in, turn around. I didn't listen. Day 1 was perfect. Tide pools, mossy trees, sea caves. I pitched my tent near a cluster of rocks shaped like teeth. That night, the fog came early. It swallowed the stars, muted the waves. And then I heard a bell. Faint, metal, distant. I thought it was a buoy at first, but it rang in patterns. 3 chimes, then silence, then 2, then 4. When I stepped outside, I saw footprints, bare, wet, leading from the shoreline to my tent. But there was no one there. I didn't sleep. The next day, I followed the trail deeper. Ferns brushed my legs. The trees leaned too close. I swear I saw carvings in the bark, faces. By late afternoon, I realized I hadn't seen the sun all day, just light without source. Then I saw a figure, far up the trail, standing still, tall, thin, wearing what looked like a raincoat made of seaweed. I shouted. It didn't move. I turned back. But the trail behind me was gone, replaced by thorny brush. I hiked in circles, kept ending up in the same spot, a fallen log with a spiral of stones around it. When night fell, I set up camp again. I didn't want to, but I was exhausted. The fog thickened. I heard the bell, closer now, and with it, breathing. Not mine. I turned off my lamp and held my breath. Something brushed the tent wall, a dragging noise, like kelp over canvas. Then a voice, female, soft. "Do you know the way?" I said nothing. The zipper jiggled. I grabbed my knife, prepared to fight. Then I heard it move away, splashing, like walking through puddles. The next morning, everything looked normal. Sunlight, birds, even my map worked again. I hiked out fast. At the last overlook, I saw the shoreline. In the fog, I saw them. Figures walking in a line, each wearing coats of seaweed. Some were tall, some were small. One turned to look at me. It was my face. Exactly. Now I see it when I sleep. And every time fog rolls in, I hear the bell. If I ever follow it again, I don't think I'll come back.